My role here has sort of been the director of medical information technology. My purpose in life here in that role is really to try to do everything I can to make my partners' lives easier. Well, I think the goal has always been to do whatever we can to unburden the physician so that the time that they're spending with the patient. We want to have that connection with the patient, but the computer inevitably gets in between that and prevents that from being nearly as rich of an experience as it should be. You know, anytime a new technology is offered to a group of physicians, the first thing that happens is all the hair stands up on the back of their necks and they're like, oh my gosh, don't make me learn something new. The beautiful thing about Suki is the learning curve is it was not bad at all. It didn't require any new computer programs or any new major add-ons from our standpoint with Athena, which is the EHR that we're using. And so it was seamless, really, to get it started. Even my more technically challenged partners have really adapted nicely to it and very quickly. You know, within a week, I was very comfortable with it. Well, I'm pretty much using Suki for almost all of my visits now. Suki, insert low back pain exam. You know, we have the ability now to really express our medical decision making, express our thought processes through dictation, which is really the key. I can really flesh out what my thought processes are, what I'm thinking about. I know one of my partners does most of her dictations when she's at home doing dishes. We don't have to focus so much on making sure we hit every bullet in our review of systems and physical exam. Put all that in the note in a way that is clear and yet succinct, and Suki picks that up beautifully. The nice thing about Suki, and I had to laugh about this because, I would go through and do a dictation and I would mess up on what I was saying and want to go back and change it. And I'd go back and change it. And in talking to the Suki support, they pretty much said, quit doing that. You're wasting your valuable time. Send the note to us. We'll fix it and we'll send it back to you. It really is very much just like it used to be when I would dictate. The difference being, instead of waiting 24 hours to get my dictated note back, I can get it back in 30 minutes, put it into the chart, close out my chart and be done and move on. I don't have anything hanging out there in my inbox. So from that standpoint, that's a very unique feature, and I think a very useful feature that makes it very user friendly. The responsiveness that you guys have had to really wanting to make the program a better program and to make sure it's meeting our needs. That's rare, I think, in a technology company to be as responsive as you guys have been and as willing to really jump on some of the things that we've talked about. So, that makes it also a much more pleasant experience because you feel like you're contributing to the improvement of the technology for, my partners. And that's really, I want to make sure that my partners have a really useful technology that unburdens them, that lets them get back to the joy of medicine.